Many years ago, in medieval times, the kingdoms of Ireland and England were often at war. So two families decided that they would come together. Their children would marry, and they would put an end to this war. And so it was that Tristan and Tara were promised to each other, even though they have never met, they'd never even set foot in each other's country. But this was the way of aristocratic families, and the children themselves accepted it as their future mapped out by their mothers and fathers. But Tristan was a warrior. His men loved him, for he stood beside them in battle, and was not frightened to take an oar when the sea was rough. So with his captain and a crew, he sailed across the Irish Sea and pulled in to a small cove. From there, with his captain, dressed in ordinary clothes, they made their way to the town that settled in front of the castle. Now his captain, being of Irish descent, could speak with an Irish voice. And Tristan kept quiet, although, being ginger, fitted in rather well when they visited a tavern, and asked casually of Princess Tara. Even the bawdy fellows in the tavern spoke well of her, how she was kind to her servants, treated everyone fairly, but always ready with a joke and a laugh. And in fact, they said to him, on this day you will find her with her retinue in the market. Now Tristan could not resist this, even though he was not supposed to see his bride before the wedding. He mingled in with the crowd, and there they came, her guardians making way amongst the crowd, laughing and joking with her handmaidens. The storeholders seemed to know her, and joked but were respectful as well. There was a kind smile about them. Tristan the captain rejoined their boat and sailed back, satisfied with their journey. It was decided that the entire family should come together a week before the wedding to make preparations, but that Tristan would stay in England and sail in on the morning of the wedding in a ship with a red sail. The family left in high excitement, and Tristan stayed behind on his own. But 2 days before the wedding, a great storm lined. It got wilder and wilder, as only the Irish Sea can know. And he sat in his room the night before the wedding, frustrated, for, having seen her at a distance, he was looking forward to his wedding day. And now it was dashed. Sure, it would be postponed to another date, but tomorrow was supposed to be the day. As he sat glumly in his room, there was a knock on the door. His captain came in and said, "My lord, your ship will be ready at dawn to sail out on the tide." "Sail out on the tide," said Tristan, as he looked out of the window at the waves crashing at the harbour wall. "And how many times, my lord," said his captain, "have you told us, why should a bit of weather stop us this day?" Tristan smiled, and at dawn he was ready. They climbed aboard. 20 oarsmen, but one their lord, at the forward oar himself, and they set off into the gale. It was almost midday when Princess Tara ventured out onto the balcony outside her chambers. The rain had stopped, but the wind still blew, and the waves still crashed against the walls. She was disappointed. Even though she did not know her husband to be, she had sent out messengers to find out what he was like. And she heard that his men, he stood by them in battle, and even took an oar when the seas were rough. She also heard, while he was manly and liked to drink and went out with his fellows, he was not a lout, or a drunkard, or a womanizer. Also, she had rehearsed her first words to him, for she wanted to make it clear that she was not a simpering princess who would just do his bidding, but she was a young woman with her own mind and would expect to be treated so. But as she stood there, a cry went up from the watch. "A ship! A ship!" And as she cast her eye through the gap, came a ship with a red sail, plunging through from the sea, across the harbour, and raising up with the swell. An oarsman left his post and stepped confidently onto the quay. He marched up the causeway to the castle gates. They were open for him, but she had already turned to hurry down the stairs. Into the great hall she came as he walked in, casting his cloak aside. She looked across at his mother, looking proudly at her son, who had braved a gale for his wedding day. He stood with that smile and that sparkling look that everyone enjoyed so much. Princess Tara went up and stopped, and all she could say this time, "You came, no, and missed my wedding day? Never." And they embraced, and everyone cheered, and the wedding took place to great feasting and dancing and singing, and the couple, you will be happy to know, lived happily ever after. And that is the end of my story for today.